I have another one to tell you about. This one's more closer to home because it's my mother. And she comes in, and first of all, she has a bad heart, and she's 84 years old. And the doctors are saying, well, you're just living on the edge anyway, and stuff like that. And so when she started having troubles about a year and a half ago with her heart and more problems and things and stuff, she got a Photon Genius, a Photon Genie. And at the Photon Genie, my brother is a doctor, and he had one. And so he would then loan his machine to her. And whenever her heart would start hurting and she'd have trouble breathing, she would like say, well, I need to get on your little Genie and it will help me. And so she would do like a 20-minute session, be off of it for an hour or two, and then another 20-minute session, be off of it for an hour or two, to another 20-minute session, and then like the next day in the morning do another 20-minute session, and then she would give back the machine to my brother and says, okay, I'm good for another week and a half or something, but all of a sudden if it starts hurting again, where's your machine? I need it, and stuff. Well, you don't want to live like waiting until you're hurting to have something to help you. So once we got the big machine, she's like, I told her, I said, come on in to the big machine and this will work quicker, faster, stronger than the little machine. I love the little machine, but this one's better. So now we got her on this machine. And so when we did, she stands in here and she says, well, just set the timer for 15 minutes. So I set the timer, and we got 15-minute timer and stuff. And so I set it for 15 minutes and she's in the machine and she's standing around and so that. And so she thinks, okay, well, okay, I feel okay, so off she goes and stuff. And a week later, she comes in every Thursday. And so a week later, she comes back and she says, I didn't have any time this week that I had a shortness of breath, which was really nice. I didn't have to, I can't catch my breath. It was gone, that feeling, and stuff like that. So that panic, anxiety that comes with that of when you can't catch your breath, that was gone. So now she comes in and says, okay, I'm going to come in, my treatment, set it for another 15 minutes. So I set it for 20. So anyway, I set it for 20 minutes. And I said, I want to give her a boost and stuff. So here she is, she's on my machine and she does it, and 20 minutes goes by quickly, and she's like, wow, that 15 minutes goes by quick. And I go, yeah, Mom, you did 20 minutes that time. And she's, really? Oh, okay, well, it didn't feel like it, but I sure feel good, so off she goes again. The third week, I called up, hey, Mom, you coming in today? Yep. Okay, well, she says, well, do I need to? I don't know, I feel really good, I don't need to come in. I go, you're feeling good because you come in. If you don't come in, then you might not feel so good. So why wait until you feel bad to come in? This is great for preventative rather than having to treat it afterwards, the symptoms and stuff. It's go ahead and prevent it from coming in. So come in and you'll feel better and stuff, and keep going. Okay, so she comes in and she's on it again. And her third week, she also said, oh, by the way, I noticed my insulin, I have diabetes type 2, and so she said, I noticed I always had, when you check your levels and stuff, there's these spikes up and down and stuff. And so she says, well, I have these spikes and stuff. She says, I noticed now the last 2 weeks that my spikes aren't there anymore. It's all leveled out, everything. And she says, so my diabetes level is now great, and so that's really cool that it's helping also her diabetes, which wasn't why she came. She came here for her heart, but it's helping her diabetes. And the heart is still pumping away, going strong and stuff like that. Then also she says, I also noticed the swelling in my feet are gone. And I go, well, you didn't even tell me about swelling in your feet. And she says, oh yeah, well, it was just, they would ache a little night and I would have some swelling and something, being on it all day long and doing things. And she says, oh, that's gone too now. Oh, and by the way, I was out raking leaves yesterday, and I raked leaves for a half hour and didn't get tired and was just going along, and the only reason I quit was because I raked all the leaves up. So she says, this is great, I feel great and stuff. And Grandpa, my dad, but I call him Grandpa and Grandma because they have 96 great grandkids and 74 grandkids. So that's going to keep them busy. And so here they are. So Grandma and Grandpa, well, Grandma says, my mom, she says, I just feel charged up and stuff. And Grandpa goes, well, keep going to that machine. She's out raking leaves, she's doing things, she's just running around, she's doing great, you know, so that. So anyway, so things are happening good. My mom's happy that this machine's keeping her going, and so things are happening.